Greetings and welcome to Phantom's Edge. This will be chapter 25 and the final chapter of this reading. "15 years passed after all was said and done between the pirates and the bureaucracy. With the new democratic union, another's life came to begin. A messenger who walked into the pussy parlor on Kukala. He was a Kanai coyote, small and most likely a 14-year-old child, working with his father who was delivering a package across the road. Yet since his father had to deal with an irate customer, the boy figured this would be a good time as any. Kanai entered the pub and was quickly spotted by a male feline bartender, who turned to the child and barked, "Hey, no kids allowed, get out." Kanai looked over at the man and said, "Sorry, but I have a package for Miss Niobe. It's marked urgent." The man became confused, then looked at another felina as she wandered around the bartender. She moved to stand at the end of the bar and waved her right hand for the child to come closer, where he placed a small wooden box on the counter. The package was about a foot long and a foot wide, while only being 7 inches high. It had nothing saying where it was from or who sent it, only to be addressed to the pub owner's daughter. Kitty, the owner, examined the box for a moment, then noticed the Kanai standing in her presence. He was about to turn and walk away, but she stopped him by asking, "Why is this for my daughter?" The boy stopped and became frozen with fear, unsure of how to answer the question. However, Kitty just smiled as she looked into the child's eyes and said, "That's cute. You remind me of someone I once knew, kid." A bit confused, the boy asked, "Really?" Kitty looked slightly to her left and passed a few tables to call a waitress over. Her daughter, Niobe, was a felina Siamese that had just turned 14. As the girl wandered over, Kitty slid the box over to the left a bit and waited to see what the package had. Just as Niobe was moving around the counter, Kitty reached under it and went to hand 3 pieces of gold to the Kanai, which shocked the boy quite a bit. That's more than he gets within a month. He stood still for a moment, then looked up as if asking if that was what the owner really wished to give him. She glanced at the child with her smile and nodded, then watched her daughter as she femininely waved her left hand fingers to the boy as to have him off. Kanai took the gold and left, saying not a word about the package, while Niobe went to opening the box to see what it held inside. The item within was wrapped in several layers of paper, covering what was an amazingly beautiful box, brown with golden markings around its edges. The felina child opened the item to find a silver necklace inside, with a 2-inch big onyx stone and a 1/2-inch diamond in the center attached to it. As her daughter took hold of the item, Kitty noticed a little note the necklace was placed over. She went to open it, finding it said, "Meet me at Phantom's Edge." Niobe gasped at the sight of the necklace, then was awed by the sound of a gentle tune the box made. She held up the necklace in front of her over the counter and said, "Aw, it's lovely." Though Niobe didn't recognize it, Kitty knew of the song the box played. It was from the same item that a great pirate once had, who did the same thing to gain the attention of someone he loved very much. She then handed her daughter the note for her to read, moving to take the necklace and gently place it back in the box. The pub owner glanced over to the front door and saw the Kanai boy peeking through with it cracked open, but she did nothing to give out his presence. She didn't even tell her daughter who she figured the jewelry was from. The boy had been eyeing the girl for over a week now, seeing her walk around the streets when he was on the job and wanting to give her something special for her 14th birthday. After being noticed, yet not caught, the boy smiled and walked away to continue his duty. Kitty went over to close the door completely, then moved back to the bar as her daughter tossed the excess packaging away. Niobe put the necklace on after reading the note, then closed the box after hearing it play the gentle tune twice over. When she placed the box under the counter, Niobe looked to her mother and asked, "Mom, can I go?" Kitty said, knowing what her daughter was to ask. "Be back before sundown." Niobe hurried to her room, changed her clothes, and was out within 15 minutes. She rushed through the crowd of people to the location specified, where she met up with the Kenai boy. The two happily confessed their love to each other, unbeknownst to them that Kitty was watching, hidden within the trees. The mother smiled as she leaned against a tree, seeing not only her daughter learn of love, but remembering when another couple had their moment in the same spot. She shed a tear as she watched her daughter kiss the boy, then left to have the two be alone, keeping the tune of the music box playing in her head. In the end, you could say that musical tune was how it all came together. It brought two lovers forth and forever bound them to one another. It called out for one and only reminded the other, then simply brought peace to all who surrounded it and listened in on its gentle song. It was the start and finish of life, while the median of the whole world. So with that, its job was done. Nothing left but a memory. This concludes the reading of Chapter 25 and the final chapter of Phantom's Edge. Thank you all for watching and listening. If you like what you've seen and heard, be sure to check out my other two novels, Lore of the Endowment and Riley the Demon Slayer. Link will be in the description below. Other than that, stay safe, take care, and we will see you in the next audiobook series.